Hey guys, my name's CONSTRUCTOR'S Gaming and today I'm back with another video, and today I'm back with part 28 slash race 7 of my F1 2019 career mode here in Canada, my favourite track on the what? Did I say on the calendar? They sound the same. I thought I said calendar instead of Canada, but hey ho, I probably did, to be honest. Yeah, that's fun. But yeah, practice, we got some decent amount of resource points, so that's going to help us upgrade this car, which is, I would say, bottom of the midfield now. Better than Racing Point. I think we got a better car than Racing Point. So that's fantastic. It's going to be a completely dry weekend. So that's also good news, because we lose a lot of time in the rain nowadays. But we unfortunately didn't get our ERS upgrade on the car for this Grand Prix. So that's going to be a little bit of a delay towards getting the other upgrades. But let's go into qualifying for the Canadian Grand Prix.
Hello and welcome from the Circuit Gilles Villeneuve, home to the Canadian Grand Prix for today's qualifying session. When it comes to getting lap time out of this circuit, it's traditionally been about maximising top speed. Do you simply remove as much downforce as possible, hang on in the corners and max out down the straights?
The teams will have arrived with all manner of parts designed to capitalise on the long straights. The cars will be that much harder to drive in the corners, but everyone will be in the same boat.
So we are hitting Q1, hitting the Wall of Champions there, so that must mean I'm a champion already against front wing damage. We actually go fastest for 110.3, I think that says a 3. I don't know how that happened, it was only Q1, so not everyone was pushing. Did our teammate get through? That is the question. No, he didn't. He's actually P17, that's awful from him. Pierre Gasly, Nico Hulkenberg, Lando Norris, and also Devon Butler are all the drivers to be eliminated in Q1. But Q2 now, losing the back end out of the final chicane, going on to our first run. That's going to give us a little bit less time than what we anticipated. But going through turn 1, we had a lot of understeer there, which is a bit of a shame. So hopefully we can gain back the time. We're understeering like an absolute madman. We are on the medium, so maybe that's the reason the other times we've been on the softs. Through the hairpin, pretty decent run. Hamilton sets, I don't know what time Hamilton set there. But we go P2, just behind the other Brit on the grid. We set a 192, I think that says. Yeah, so 192. And that was on the medium tyre, so that was faster than our other lap time. But Verstappen, Sainz, Giovinazzi, Albon and Ricciardo are all the people to be eliminated from Q2. So we're going to be starting on the medium tyres here in Canada. Pretty decent, not going to lie, that's happy. But our first run in Q1 is 108.4, I think that says. Does that say 4.8 or is that a 9? I don't know, I think it's a 9. But this is our final run in qualifying. We're currently P3, just ahead of the Haas driver of Weber. So that's our that is a really big achievement, to be honest, because that is they are so good. But Bottas sets a 107, so the times are plummeting with all these upgrades going on the car. I think we're already about 2 seconds faster than what our fastest lap time was last year. So a little bit of lag for the end of the first sector, but we are up on our time. So I'm not really complaining, but yeah, Bottas and Hamilton, they are just so far ahead that their cut, the Mercedes is just so good. Mercedes is going a little bit wide on the right-hander there of the chicane, second to last chicane of the lap. Now into the hairpin, we are nearly half a second up, I think that says. So yeah, where all our time's going to come is probably the last sector, the final chicane. We blew it up on the first run. I don't think I'm going to blow it up as much as I did on this run. But yeah, Hamilton is on a lap 2. I don't know where he is on the track. I think he's on a lap. Actually, no, he's already set his lap time. So we're going to be the final people to set a lap time. Over the line, we stay P3 for the Canadian Grand Prix. That is our best qualifying of the season and of the career mode. I think that is the best qualified of the career mode. So I'm happy with that. Really good qualifying. 6 tenths faster than Perez, who has got ahead of his teammate right at the end. Lance Stroll, the home favourite, he was P10, so yeah, that's not too bad. P3's decent. We're going to start on the medium tyres. The only person in the top 10 to be starting on the medium tyres, so Yeah, we managed to out-qualify both the Ferraris as well, so that's brilliant. The Haas drivers, like I was saying, they are basically the best car, because Mercedes are, but they don't really count because they are just 2016 dominance from the Mercedes there. So that's not really a good thing for us, because we want to try and win the championship with this Williams car. But I highly doubt that's going to happen. They are nearly fully upgraded, so I mean, they shouldn't be too far until like they stop and start getting closer to the other AI. So yeah, but we are going to get a new rival. I was thinking about going Weber, but his Haas is so good, so I'm actually going to go with Carlos Sainz. It's the second worst one, but I mean, it's easy points. Not much of a challenge, to be honest, but yeah, it is what it is. We have got a major upgrade for the chassis. That's meant to be going on the car, I think, for, I don't know, what Grand Prix? Austria, maybe? Probably Austria. I can't remember, but yeah. It's going to be a completely dry race, so let's go into the race for the Canadian Grand Prix.
Canada has a true love affair with Formula One. The grandstands here are always packed to capacity. It's a country that has given us the likes of Gilles and Jacques Villeneuve, the thrilling Grand Prix of '79, of '98 and of course 2011. They love their motorsport in Montreal, and we absolutely here. If you want flat-out racing, you've come to the right place this weekend, as it's full throttle for 59% of this 2.7-mile circuit, peaking at around 210 miles per hour going into the final chicane. But that speed requires discipline, and there are more than a few close walls here just waiting to punish drivers with a heavy right foot. Alongside me to discuss all the action today is Anthony Davidson. Thanks for joining us, Ant, and tell me, you were down in the pit lane earlier. How do you think the track conditions are today?
Well, the surface looks clean enough, but I'm a little bit worried about the track temperature. It's pretty cool out there, which could give some teams difficulties when it comes to keeping their tyres in the right operating window. The cars out there that work their tyres hard and really put a lot of energy through them, they'll be the ones that are better off.
Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks for today's race. Good job yesterday from Valtteri Bottas. The Finn starts from pole position, and Lewis Hamilton completes the front row. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Joker, Perez, Lucas Faber and Leclerc, Russell, Sainz, Nico Hülkenberg and Lando Norris, Magnussen, Grosjean, Vettel, Stroll and Max Verstappen, Giovinazzi, Albon, Daniel Ricciardo and Gasly, and Devon Butler starts from the back of the grid. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track.
So as you saw there, Russell has been promoted 2 positions as Sainz, as well as I think it was Magnussen. They took penalties, so our TMS got an P15. Hopefully he can convert that into points like he did last year. He got a P10 here in Canada, his first points of the season. So hopefully we can make it another another double point position or finish for Williams. At a track we've done it before, so it shouldn't be that hard. It all depends on Russell, to be honest. I think our car is one of the worst now because we haven't had an upgrade in a while, but I know. We are going to go with the same strategy we did last year. Medium softs at the end, just so we can get like the fastest tyre at the end. Maybe go for fastest lap with a lighter car. Blah, 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 blah. You already know the drill. Yeah, just same strategy. Hopefully, the target for this is P3. There's no chance of getting the Mercedes. Like if we get past them, there's no way we're going to keep them behind us. So we might as well not fight them. Haas is going to be a struggle, but it's basically our more realistic expectations, to be honest, if you think about it, because even though they are a lot faster than us, they're not. I don't know. Their strategy could shaft them. Hopefully, our strategy can work us, because they're going to be on the medium tyres at the end. Are we going to be on the softs, which are pretty decent around here? So, yeah, but we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lights out of the Canadian Grand Prix. Lights finally go out, and we're green here at the circuit dual. Oh, fuck, I fucked that out. Then going into turn 1, though. We are P5. Are we P5? Yes, we are. We're going to go round the outside of Grosjean. Not Grosjean, who is it? Perez. It's going to be side by side going into turn 3, maybe. No, we're not. We're going to stay behind the Mexican, my favourite driver, who's moved from Racing Point to Haas midway through last season. So, yeah, that's a bit of a... Well, maybe at the start of this season, mate. I can't remember. It's been so long. But, yeah, P5. That is going to be where we're going to sit for the... Like, we're just going to sit in the DRS of Perez, wait for his tyres to die, which by the looks of it now, going down the start-finish straight, his tyres have died. We've got DRS, we've got the inside eye for turn 1. We're going to go up his inside into turn 1, maybe go have the sweep around the outside for turn 2, but we should have the move done by turn 3. Maybe not, he's got actually better traction than us. Out of the exit of the corner, we've got the outside line for turn 3. We're going to hold it, we're going to get the move done up the inside of turn 4, so that's a brilliant move from us up into P4. Lap 8 though. Here he comes with a new DRS zone for last year. He tried around our outsides, but unfortunately for him, he sticks behind us. But now, lap 9, a lap later, going on to lap 10. Bottas is in the pits, and so is Weber. They've come off their soft tyres. Perez is out, hasn't stopped yet. He's got the he's going to get overcut by his team. But we're actually going to go into the lead of the Canadian Grand Prix just on pit stop. We're not actually there on merit, but yeah, Lewis Hamilton, this is how dominant the Mercedes is. It takes him 2 laps to catch us back up after his pit stop. That is just how fast. They're basically a pit stop ahead of us. By the time he gets his second pit stop, he will be. But speaking of Hamilton, he tried around our outside into turn 3 there. We managed to hold on to the position. I don't really want to be fighting Hamilton, to be honest. So I might let him pass on a straight, unless I lose the back end on the curb, which means he's going to get past us, whatever. Our tyres are dead. This is our lap to come in anyway, so it's kind of expected to them to be dead. But Bottas actually managed to catch us up by the time we even come in for a pit stop. So he's dead. The Mercedes are basically a pit stop ahead of us. So, yeah. They are having their own battle. That's nothing to do with us. Hopefully one day this Williams car will be as good as them. If I don't get a win in this season, I'm definitely not staying with Williams for season 3. I don't know, do I do one more, comment down below if you watch this, do I go for one more season with Williams in season 3, and if I don't win the championship then I'll go to a different team that's winning the, leading overall, performance and, the best car at the time that I don't know season 3, or do I stay with Williams until I win, which I definitely won't, or should I just, at the end of this season, go to another team? But we'll come out in P5. We did have a battle with someone, I can't remember who it was. But Perez is now, he's gone on to another set of soft tyres, so that's a bit of a strange strategy from the Mexican there. But we've managed to get round his outside of turn 1, and we're up into P4. So yeah, the charge now is to try and catch to Weber, but Perez, he's not having it. He's on the faster tyres, so we might as well just let him go. I think we might have, he's going to have DRS down this straight, so he'll probably get past us by the time we get to the chicane. But yeah, he's holding us up a little bit. We need to catch up to Weber before he pits, because that's who we're fighting really in this Grand Prix. A little bit more lag. There you go, love that. As Perez has past us into the braking zone of the chicane. More lag. Jesus Christ, sorry about this. Yeah, but Perez has managed to pass us. Are we going to have him go around up his inside into turn 1? We actually are. Another bit of lag. This is awful. Great. Around his out. Bloody hours. Laggy as frick. Yeah, I don't know why I keep moaning about the lag. But Weber, he's in the pits, so he's going on another set of mediums. We're not coming in for at least about 6 more laps, I think I got on these tyres. Yeah, Bottas has come out as well, gone into the pits, but he's managed to come out ahead of us, so that's not really a representative of our battle, to be honest. But this is us coming into the pits, and while we're in the pits, this is Weber, who's coming down the long back straight. He's got about 2 corners to go until he's on the same lap as us. Who's going to come out in front? Hopefully it's us. I mean, it should be. This is us coming into the pits now. Fast pit stop, a 1.8 second pit stop. There is Weber. Who's going to get out? We should get out ahead of him because we don't actually take turn 1. We cut it. There he goes into turn 1. There he is. Oh, this is going to be close. This is under the braking. Around the outside of turn 2. He's got the inside line for turn. He's going to put it in the grass. Cheers for that. Oh, he's actually damaged our front wing as well. That is, Weber, mate. I know you're on the hards and you have to defend as hard as you can, but still, leave us room on the outside. We're actually going to go up his inside into the hairpin. We're going to cut over across him so he can't have a run on us down this back straight. We're going to have DRS as well, so that should surely be P3 in this Canadian Grand Prix secure for the race. But lap 34 with 2 laps to go, Sebastian Vettel in the Ferrari is out of the Grand Prix. I think he's just ahead of us in the standings, so that's a bit of a shame for him. That's going to help us out a lot, to be honest. I think we're currently P6, he's currently P5. But there's going to be a driver change first soon. But Lewis Hamilton, I'm pretty sure, no, Bottas actually, no, Lewis Hamilton, yeah, wins the Canadian Grand Prix. He's won it in real life, I think. No, well, he technically won it in real life, but I'd say Sebastian Vettel won it. Bottas is second. Really determined, really big win for Bottas as we lose control over the line. But we've come home from fantastic P3 in this Canadian Grand Prix. We had a P5 last year, I'm pretty sure, but we've converted to P5. We've made gains here in Canada in this career mode as well. We are up into P3 in this Canadian Grand Prix. We started P3 and we finished it. That is a very, very good result. A third podium in this career mode, second podium in a row. Can we continue this form into France? But I highly doubt that, because the AI on crack in France. They are so good. It's like unbelievable. Hopefully we can actually get some decent points in France. That should be nice. Well, I mean, that would be nice. It should be. It's going to be a challenge, but it should be possible. It would be nice to see 3 drivers in the podium there. That would be good, but 3 British drivers, I mean, that would be nice, but well, 3 drivers of the same nationality, so British is the most chance because that's the most people in the grid. I don't know what I'm rambling on about, but yeah, Lewis Hamilton wins the Canadian Grand Prix. Valtteri Bottas second for the 3rd time in this career mode. I'm 3rd. Very, very happy with that result. That is a fantastic result. Weber was 4th. Albon actually managed to pass Perez. So Perez has a shocker of a strategy. Perez was 6th. Leclerc was 7th. Butler was 8th. 9th was Verstappen and 10th was K-Mag. Our teammate come P14. So unfortunately, he doesn't get any points in this Grand Prix. Bit of a shame. It would be nice if he did. But hey ho, it is what it is. They're still at P6. Charles Leclerc with 14 points behind Charles Leclerc. He's our next target. We actually move ahead of Red Bull. Toro Rosso stayed 5th. So Red Bull got 2 positions instead of 1. So we're actually in P4 in the Drivers' Championship, I'm pretty sure. Constructors' Championship, I'm sure. Russell's P13. So hopefully he can get some points and change that. But Claire now wants to give us a cheeky interview, so let's see what questions she has for today. Judging from today's race, you must have pretty hard defender of Devon Butler. I didn't even race him, to be honest. Yeah, I don't really know what was going on there. There wasn't much between you and Weber by the finish. I think there was, to be honest. I didn't even see him when I crossed the line, but another podium. You must be getting used to up there. So my 3rd of 2 seasons. It's taken 28 races to get 3 podiums. That's not exactly a good statistic, but I suppose I am in the Williams, so that is a bloody fantastic statistic. Yeah, that is great.
Great.
But yeah, that's all the questions from Claire. We should have should get some decent amount of resource points for that as well, because 3rd place in a bloody Williams, that deserves some credit. I'm happy with that result. Very happy with that result indeed. And yeah, didn't get a full clean laps. We're going to get a decent amount of resource points. We're going to get to 393. We're now on to 1,000, so we might actually save that for. There's an ultimate upgrade that we need for ERS before we can actually go and get any more power for the engine. So we probably might save that, save those resource points for that, because we should be able to buy it after the French Grand Prix. That's next, because we will have that minor upgrade on the car. We also in the France we should have a new chassis upgrade. So let's go into France and see what upgrade those upgrades are on the car. I mean, it should be. Yes, they both are. Both the car parts are on the car for the French Grand Prix. So that is fantastic. But yeah, let's see how much this ultimate upgrade is going to cost us. That is what that's the upgrade we need the most. Going forward in this career mode, because once that's out of the way, we can start upgrading the engine power a lot more Because before we had to either go for fuel, which is not really a problem, and ERS, which I thought was more of a problem than fuel. 1.3 thousand, well, basically 1.4 thousand. So we should be able to get that upgrade on the car going into Austria. Well, purchase it at least going into Austria. But look at the Mercedes. Look how dominant they are. Haas are now second best, just ahead of Toro Rosso. So that's Toro Rosso's doing bits. Ferrari haven't really upgraded this whole season. We are our second best team, but McLaren, Renault, Williams, and Racing Point, they're all in their own little gaggle. Then it's Red Bull and Alfa Romeo. Ferrari are just by themselves, and then Toro Rosso and Haas, and then Mercedes are just off in the distance with the development. But as you can see from that bar, like they are so far, like they are nearly upgraded. Look at that, they're so far ahead of everyone. It's unbelievable, really. Bit of a shame that they're so far ahead and don't produce much of a battle, but it's going to be between the two Mercedes drivers for the win next time out. But yeah, that's going to be the end of the Canadian Grand Prix. Next up is France. I've been Sudic Gaming, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.